Hey, everybody, I hope that you are having a great week. I wanted to touch base with you today regarding, first of all, something that many of you probably saw directly this week or no doubt have heard a lot about since it happened, and that was the national presidential debate that happened earlier this week. And I've just heard a ton of responses and reactions to that debate, mostly centered around sadness, confusion, anger, frustration, all kinds of things, no matter where you are on the political spectrum. And I wanted to reference that for just a moment because we are in a sermon series right now where we're talking about living the both and life, this idea of bringing heaven to earth. And that we don't want to be either so heavenly minded or so earthly minded that we do no good in God's kingdom here on earth. And I'm raising that because one of the things that I was struck by the other night, and there's so much I could say about the debate, was really, again, this sense of either or. And no matter which political party you are for, the natural inclination is if you're for one, then you have to be against another. And if we are not careful as the people of God, we can bring that mindset into what it means to serve Christ. And we want to avoid that. We avoid that because Christ himself was both and, fully human and fully divine, full of truth and full of grace. And so one of the things that we want the church to be keenly aware of right now is what does it mean to offer a distinctive witness and a distinctive hope to our world? And what we know that means is that no earthly construction is going to offer something distinctive. And yet as the people of God, we won't fit into any nice and neat, any earthly category. And so we want to be these both and people. And that's really what I want to invite us to do and to be aware of, because right now we live in a time people are searching for hope and they are searching for answers, because what we're discovering is that our earthly constructs are not offering that. And so how do we do that? Well, it sounds simple and it's basic in some ways, but don't mistake simplicity for a deep sense of the profound. And so what can we do as the people of God to be distinctive? We can do things like worship and make that a priority. So right now, we are worshiping on Sunday mornings. This upcoming weekend, October 4th and October 11th, we will be worshiping outside at our lower parking lot on the Lyco field. So it'll be weather dependent, but we hope that we'll see you there, 10 a.m., October 4th and 11th outside. We will also have our online worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11. So be aware of that. Also, we're not just going to be a worshiping people, we want to be a serving people. And we want to be a people who share God's love in tangible ways in the world. And you've heard a number of ways we're seeking to do that. Right now, I continue to remind us of the North Campus. We have a safe learning space going on there for families who need it with their kids. The numbers there keep going up. And so I want to invite you again, if you haven't had a chance, please let Ben Conrad know if there's a time that you can serve, even for half a day. We would be most grateful. On Sunday, October 11th, we will be sharing in what we call Freedom Sunday. It is a Sunday where we recognize our partnership with IJM, International Justice Mission, and how we can make an impact in the world. For us specifically, we are working with them to fight for justice in the country of Ghana in Western Africa. You'll learn more about that on October the 11th. Why are these things important? Our worship, are serving, because they allow us to be distinctive. They allow us to focus on God and God's kingdom, but living God's kingdom here in our world. And as we do all of those things, we are always invited to be walking with God in our own discipleship practices week in and week out. And we continue to offer those in a variety of ways. One of the things I'm excited about coming up for our kids especially is we are starting to put together the opportunities for families with children to have a prayerful connection with other families or individuals who can walk in a supportive way and be with them in a supportive way through prayer. If you are interested in that, please sign up and we'll make sure that you get connected. So our discipleship is incredibly important. All of these are ways, our worship, our serving, living in discipleship, that allows us, again, to offer the world something different. And right now, our world needs something different. So church, I remind you of those things this upcoming week, but they're not just reminders. Please don't hear them as announcements. Hear them as ways to be a distinctive people of living into the both and, the truth and the grace found in Jesus Christ. May there be something so attractive about us as Christ followers that it naturally draws others to want to know more, learn more, and grow more in the love of Christ. As I finish today, I wanted to offer you this blessing. I shared this with some others this week, and I offer it to all of us as a church. In Numbers chapter 6, hear these words and this blessing to you today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face to you and give you peace. Hear and receive those words today, church, and may we share that reality with all that we meet. Blessings. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care.